The hotel receipt flutters to the hardwood floor, its edges curling like a dying leaf. My wife Lena stands frozen, her eyes locked on the paper as if it's a venomous snake. Her sister Mara looms behind her, arms crossed, lips pursed in a smug line that screams "I told you so." The air in our living room feels thick, suffocating, like the moment before a storm breaks. My stomach churns, not because of the accusation but because I don't recognize the receipt. Glossy, official, stamped with a date and a room number I've never seen. "Explain this, David," Lena whispers, her voice trembling. "A crack in the foundation of our 10-year marriage." I kneel to pick up the paper, my fingers brushing the cold floor. The receipt is from the Grand Meridian, a boutique hotel downtown, dated 3 weeks ago. Room 412, 2 nights, a bottle of champagne, and a late checkout. My name is printed in crisp black ink. My heart hammers, a frantic drumbeat against my ribs. "This isn't mine," I say, but the words sound hollow, like a child caught in a lie. Lena's eyes, usually warm like autumn leaves, are now sharp, glinting with hurt and suspicion. Mara steps closer, her perfume, something sharp and floral, stinging my nose. "Don't lie to her, David. I found it in your coat pocket," she says, her tone dripping with accusation. The room tilts. My coat pocket? I haven't worn my gray overcoat since last winter, and even then, it hung in the hall closet untouched. I look at Lena, desperate for a flicker of trust, but she's staring at the receipt in my hand, her fingers twisting the hem of her sweater. "Lena, I swear, I've never been to that hotel. I don't know how this got in my coat." My voice cracks, betraying the panic clawing at my chest. I want to grab her hands, to pull her close, but the space between us feels like a chasm. Mara snorts softly, a sound that grates like sandpaper. "You expect her to believe that? After everything?" Everything. The word lands like a stone. For months, small cracks have spiderwebbed through our marriage. Late nights at the office I couldn't explain, not because I was hiding anything but because the advertising firm's deadlines were relentless. Missed dinners. A forgotten anniversary. My fault, yes, but not intentional. Lena's quiet sighs, her eyes searching mine for something I didn't realize I was failing to give. And Mara always there, whispering in Lena's ear, her visits growing longer, her comments sharper. I thought it was just her overprotective nature, but now, with that receipt burning in my hand, I wonder if it's something more. "Lena, look at me," I plead, stepping toward her. She flinches, and it's a knife to my gut. "I'm not cheating on you. I would never." My words falter as Mara interrupts. "Then why was your phone off that weekend?" "The same weekend as the receipt." Her eyes narrow, predatory, and I feel like prey cornered in my own home. "That weekend. I was at a client retreat in the mountains, no signal, no Wi-Fi, just endless presentations and forced team building. I told Lena about it, hadn't I? Or had I, in my exhaustion, forgotten to mention the details?" "I was working," I say, my voice steadier now, anger simmering beneath the fear. "You know how my job is, Lena. You've always known." But her gaze drops, and I see the doubt etched into the lines of her face. She's remembering the late nights, the unanswered texts, the times I came home smelling of stress and coffee, too tired to talk. I thought we were weathering it together, but now I see how those moments have been twisted, reshaped into something sinister. Mara picks up her purse, her movements deliberate, like a chess player placing a winning piece. "I'll give you two some space," she says, but her eyes linger on Lena, soft and pitying. "Call me if you need me, sis." The door clicks shut behind her, and the silence is deafening. Lena sinks onto the couch, her hands covering her face. I want to sit beside her, to hold her, but the receipt in my hand feels like evidence I can't explain. I set it on the coffee table, its presence a silent accusation. "Lena," I start, my voice low. "I don't know how that receipt got there, but I swear on my life, I haven't betrayed you." She looks up, her eyes red-rimmed, and for a moment, I see the woman who laughed with me at 2 a.m. over burnt pancakes, who kissed me in the rain on our first date. But then her gaze hardens. "Then why does it have your name? Why was it in your coat?" Her voice rises, sharp with pain. "Do you know how it feels to have my sister show me this? To think you've been lying to me, sneaking around, while I've been trying to hold us together." I kneel in front of her, my knees aching against the floor. I don't know why, but I'm telling you, it's not true. Maybe it's a mistake, a mix-up at the hotel. Or, I hesitate, the thought forming like a dark cloud. Mara. She's the one who found it. She's the one who's been pushing this. Lena's eyes widen, a flicker of confusion breaking through her anger. What are you saying? That my sister planted it? That's insane, David. Is it? I think of Mara's late-night calls with Lena, her sudden interest in our marriage, the way she's always seemed to resent me. I think of the coat, untouched for months, hanging in a closet we all have access to. My mind spins, grasping at possibilities. Lena, listen. What if Mara's trying to drive a wedge between us? She's never liked me. You've said it yourself. She thinks I'm not good enough for you. Lena shakes her head, but there's a pause, a crack in her certainty. She wouldn't do that. She's my sister. The room grows quiet, the only sound the faint hum of the refrigerator. I sit back on my heels, my hands trembling. The receipt lies on the table, a ticking bomb. I could call the hotel, demand answers, but what if they confirm the reservation? What if this is some cruel setup I can't unravel? My chest tightens with the weight of it. Fear, anger, love, all tangled together. I love Lena so fiercely it hurts, but I can feel her slipping away, her trust eroding with every second. Lena, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. I'll do whatever it takes to prove I'm telling the truth. But please don't let this tear us apart. She looks at me, her eyes searching, and for a moment, I think she believes me. But then her gaze falls to the receipt, and she stands, her movements slow, deliberate. I need time, she says, her voice hollow. I need to think. She walks to the bedroom, the door closing softly behind her. I'm left kneeling on the floor, the receipt staring up at me like a taunt. My mind races, Mara's smirk, the coat, the impossible date. And then, a memory surfaces, sharp and jagged. Mara borrowing my coat last spring, saying hers was at the cleaners. My breath catches. I grab my phone, my fingers shaking as I pull up the hotel's website. The truth is out there, buried in records or motives or lies. But as I dial, a cold certainty settles in my bones. Whatever I find, our marriage will never be the same.